Well, back in 2007 I made another horror film called Tin Can Man, which was very, very low budget. It was for about €1,000 I made it. And I just enjoyed working on it so much, you know. With horror films you can get away with almost anything, you know. You can push the visuals and the sound almost to breaking point. You can become almost experimental and the audience accepts it, you know. Especially because in psychological horror you're inside the protagonist's mind basically, and in this film it's completely from his point of view. So the visuals were able to become like reflect his mind, if you know what I mean, and the sound as well. So it should feel like almost like a nightmare. Because I think the film, I love the horror films I like best are the ones like slow burns that build and then become more frenetic as they go along, you know.
Like Carpenter's work. Yeah,
like Carpenter, or The Shining certainly is like that as well, or a recent one I suppose would be Ty West or something. I mean he does that as well, you know. And a lot of the older films, Don't Look Now is certainly like that as well. Really a slow burn, but they kind of earn their scares, and I like that better, you know. But at the same time, I wanted to give the audience something to say, you know, be patient because the horror is coming, you know. I looked at a lot of people, and then when I met Rupert just by Skype first, I had seen a film he made, a historical film called Agora, and there was one particular scene in that really struck me. One line delivery that he did, but I thought it was really unique. So when I talked to him by Skype, I knew instantly that it was him. He had a beautiful vulnerability about him the character needed, and he was instantly likable, which I think was important as well, especially for the ambiguity of the film, because you're not sure whether it was him or not that did it, you know. And also I was interested in that thing as well, that in murder cases, you sometimes see the husband on TV doing an appeal for some witnesses to come forward about the disappearance of his wife, and you see him crying, and then it always turns out it's usually the husband, you know. And everyone says they're always such lovely guys, and no one can believe that it was him that did it, you know. And I thought I wanted to kind of play with that as well. That it's a nice guy, so you're not sure, did he do it? Is he capable of murder? And also as well, hopefully the audience is thinking, I hope he didn't do it, you know. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to stare in the video store window at the posters. And the ones that really stood out to me from the 80s was that amazing poster for American Werewolf in London, where they had the transformation scene. And Videodrome was another one, that poster. And A Company of Wolves was another one. And Zombie Flesh Eaters was another one with the hand coming out of the ground, you know. But I didn't see these films until quite late, which was late in my teens, you know. But the ones that stayed with me were Videodrome was certainly one that's a really good memory for me, watching that, you know.
Do you collect VHS at all because of that memory?
I still have a lot of them, and what I did, I remember they used to have really bulky covers for VHS.
Yeah, the big boxes.
Yeah, and I really loved those. It was really like an event getting a VHS, you know. And what I've done is I've taken the covers out of some of them and put them in frames, so they make beautiful posters, you know.